What's up, kind people of YouTube? My name is Ahmed, and let's get right into today's video. The video is about Ted Lasso. It's not called Ted Lasso. I am not Ted Lasso, although I do wish I was Ted Lasso because that man is supremely positive and it's infectious. Let's be honest. Ted Lasso being positive is infectious. The way that he finds solutions to the problem is wonderful, and the way that he actually makes light work of almost anything that comes his way is really interesting to watch. Of course, a part of that goes down to Jason Sudeikis performing Ted Lasso as a character. We all know Jason Sudeikis is a really good actor. As a football fan, I will never be able to call it soccer, but I get it, dude. Like, I get it. The fact that Ted Lasso as a character is so well developed, so fleshed out, and you get to see his dark side as a person, and the fact that he's dealing with a lot of troubles most of us can relate to. At least he knows how to cope with it, he knows how to deal with his issues, he knows what the issues are. As a matter of fact, those are the things that make Ted Lasso as a character grounded in reality. Ted Lasso as a character is quite powerful. I personally believe that the character and the TV show appeared at the right time because I think, if I'm not wrong, the first season debuted right after the COVID pandemic, and we all needed a character like that, a positive character like that in our lives to tell us that everything is going to be okay. And Ted Lasso did exactly that with a lot of people, for a lot of people. Final episode of the final season dropped sometime last month, and it was such a heartbreaking moment for me to watch the last season and be like, man, we're not going to get a lot more of this, because it had become one of those TV shows that I would go back and watch and just feel generally happy about myself, because Ted was a character like that. Ted is a character like that. He listens to his players, he offers them good advice, reasonably good advice. He actually listens to the problems that his players have. But that character does work in today's environment, and it does make a lot of sense. And there are a lot of good characters in the show. Trust me, there are a lot of good characters in the show. The biggest factor for Ted Lasso as a TV show to work, let's be honest, we all need a little bit of happiness in our lives. Even if it's coming from a TV show, it does make a lot of sense. And judging by that, the first couple of seasons came out right around the pandemic, it made a lot of difference for a lot of people who are struggling with their day-to-day lives. It made a lot of difference to me because, one of the motivations for me to start the YouTube channel also, let's be honest, was because I was sitting at home during the pandemic. I didn't know what else to do. So I started making videos like this. And Ted Lasso kind of added to it. I never got around to making a Ted Lasso review back then because I still had no idea what I was doing. I was just making videos. Not like I have any idea now, but at least I have more of a structure in my life about the videos. So it had its heartwarming moments. It had moments that were uplifting, and all of this made a lot of difference to the character, to the show, and how the story was being told. The story had a lot of moments that make you laugh, make you cry. The characters have wonderful chemistry with each other. And if you haven't seen Ted Lasso by now, even if you're not a football fan, I would highly recommend that you go and watch this show. Trust me, you will love this show. Ted Lasso is on Apple TV currently, and I think it's going to stay there for a while. I don't think Apple's going to take down one of the best TV shows that they've made. So the story in itself is very positive and uplifting. It has a lot of twists and turns, but at the same time, it sticks to the positive side of things. It is happy, heartwarming. The characters are very well balanced and fleshed out. Even the fact that when you're looking at a couple of characters like Roy Kent, who happens to be my favorite character because I relate with Roy a lot, the way he deals with his problems is just wonderful. Right from the beginning, the creators were very clear of the fact that it's going to be a 3-season arc. You're going to meet Ted Lasso and the characters in the first season. Something bad's going to happen at the end of season 1. They're going to go down a division, then fight their way back up to their original division, the Premier League, at the end of season 2. And in season 3, they do a really good job. So essentially, that is the 3-season arc. And I'm trying not to spoil the TV show, even though I know it's been over a month since the TV show has come out. In the final season, there were a couple of episodes that felt dragged out. A couple of episodes episodes that could have been avoided in general. Now, when I say this, I mean that in the second season, the TV show felt, in the first couple of seasons, like the season 1 and season 2, the TV show felt sharp, it felt quick, it felt complete, it felt together. But in this final season, the season 3, there were a lot of moments that if they had omitted some of the scenes from a couple of episodes, made it tighter, made it cleaner, the editing could have been done better there. And if they had made the story a little sharper, is what I'm trying to say. I can understand that as a TV show, you can take the liberty of taking it over an hour. Instead of having 2 episodes that are almost an hour and a half long each, have 4 episodes instead of that. I don't mind watching more episodes if the story is broken down into 4 episodes. Okay, the last thing that I do really want to talk about is, well, the solutions that Ted Lasso actually comes up with for a lot of the situations that he ends up in. Well, the solutions are very simple. Let's just say that. They're very basic. Like, believe in yourself. Hope is good. Dude, like, in a real world scenario, that does not happen. In a real world scenario, that does not happen at all. Like, believing in yourself is a good motivation speech, but that does not solve the problem that you're losing 3-0 to Manchester City. Alright, that does not help. Yeah, from a creative perspective, I do understand why they went with that thing. It was more of a motivational TV show and how characters can coexist, how to coexist with a lot of other people and all of that. I get that. But at the same time, what I am trying to say is the solutions were rather simple for the real world to implement in the real world. That's all. Overall, I think Ted Lasso is one of those TV shows that's really well made and really put together. It does have its flaws and there are moments that make you question the TV show, but overall the humor comes together really well, although slightly cheesy, but I like it. But for me, Ted Lasso was one of those shows that I really enjoyed watching, and it hit the right moments for me. It hit the right notes for me as well, and it made a very good package for me as a TV show. That's been my time. Peace, and see you in the next one.